Before we dive into the fascinating process of sugar production, let's take a quick journey back in time. Sugar, as we know it, was first used by the ancient Indians, around the 5th century AD. They discovered that sugarcane, when crushed and heated, produced a sweet substance. This discovery didn't stay hidden for long, and the art of sugar production spread like wildfire, reaching Persia and then the Mediterranean. It was here that sugar began to shape global trade, as countries vied for control of this sweet commodity. The sugar trade was a significant factor in the world economy, and it's safe to say that the world's sweet tooth played a big role in shaping the world as we know it today. Now that we've taken a glimpse into the past, let's move forward to the present and unravel the sweet mystery of sugar production. Have you ever wondered how sugar is made? A common ingredient, yet a mystery to many. It sweetens our morning coffee, it's the star in our favorite desserts. But how does this sweet crystal actually come into being? Is it more than just a simple trip from the sugarcane field to your kitchen cupboard? There's a fascinating journey behind each grain of sugar, a journey that's often overlooked. Well, today we're going to unravel the sweet mystery of sugar production. Sugar doesn't just magically appear in supermarkets. It's a product of either sugarcane or sugar beets. These two plants are the sweet origin of the sugar that we all know and love. Let's start with sugarcane, a tall tropical grass that stores its sweetness in the stalk. It thrives in warm climates with plenty of sunshine and well-drained soil. On the other hand, we have sugar beets, a root crop resembling a parsnip. Unlike sugarcane, sugar beets prefer cooler climates. They store their sugar in the roots beneath the ground, safe from the frost. Both sugarcane and sugar beets are nature's sweet gifts, storing energy in the form of sugar. This sugar is not easily accessible though, it's tucked away inside waiting to be extracted, a testament to the wonderful complexity of nature. So the next time you sprinkle sugar on your cereal or add a spoonful to your coffee, remember the journey it's taken. It's from these sweet plants that our journey to sugar begins. The sugar-making process begins with the harvesting of these plants. The sugarcane, a tall grass-like plant, is cut down close to the ground using machetes or more modern harvesting machinery. This is typically done by farmers who have honed their skills over many years. On the other hand, sugar beets, a root vegetable that grows underground, are pulled from the earth using specialized machines that gently lift the beets to avoid damage. Once the plants are cut down, the next step is transportation. The sugarcane stalks are loaded onto trucks and hauled to sugar mills. The sugar beets, however, are transported to factories that specialize in beet sugar production. This transportation must be done quickly to prevent the sugar from deteriorating. The journey is often a race against time, but these plants are hardy and can withstand the trip. Once harvested, it's off to the mills and factories where the real magic happens. At the mill, the raw sugar is extracted from the plants. The extraction process is a fascinating dance of physics and chemistry, all aimed at separating the sweet crystals we crave from the fibrous plant matter. Our first step in this dance is a thorough washing, a simple yet vital stage. The harvested sugarcane and beetroot plants are subjected to a high-pressure water blast. This washes off any extraneous dirt, leaves, and other impurities, ensuring only the cleanest raw materials are used for extraction. Next, the plants are cut into small pieces. This isn't just for ease of handling but to increase the surface area for the next stage of the process. The smaller the pieces, the easier it is to extract the juice from them. Then comes the crushing. The cut plants are fed into large industrial rollers that squeeze out the precious juice. The remaining fibrous material, known as bagasse, is often used as a biofuel, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Now we have our sugary juice, but we're not quite done yet. This juice is then boiled under carefully controlled conditions. The heat causes the water in the juice to evaporate, leaving behind a thick, syrupy mixture. This syrup is then seeded with microscopic sugar crystals and cooled. The sugar in the syrup begins to form around these seed crystals, growing into larger crystals. The size of the crystals can be controlled by the temperature and the duration of this stage. The resulting mixture is then spun in a centrifuge. The force of the spin separates the newly formed sugar crystals from the remaining liquid, known as molasses. This molasses is often reboiled and crystallized again to extract even more sugar, while the remaining product can be used in distilleries or as a sweetener in baking and cooking. After crystallization, the raw sugar is ready for refining. But that's a story for another scene. Stay tuned to find out how these rough crystals are transformed into the fine white sugar we all know and love. The raw sugar is then sent to refineries for the final step. Once it arrives at the refinery, the raw sugar undergoes a process of meticulous purification. This is where the magic truly happens, where the sugar transforms from its raw brown state into the familiar white crystals we all know and love. The first step in this process is called affination. Here the raw sugar is mixed with a concentrated syrup. This syrup loosens the outer coating of molasses that surrounds the sugar crystals. Then, the sugar syrup mixture is spun in a centrifuge to separate the sugar from the molasses. Next, the sugar undergoes a process known as clarification. The sugar is mixed with hot water and lime, which helps remove any remaining impurities. The mixture is then filtered to produce a clear, clean juice. This juice is then concentrated by boiling until it forms a thick syrup. This syrup is then seeded with tiny sugar crystals and boiled again. This causes larger sugar crystals to grow, a process known as crystallization. Finally, the sugar crystals are bleached to give them their white color. This is done using sulfur dioxide, which also helps to preserve the sugar. The sugar is then dried and packaged, ready to be transported to your local supermarket, where it awaits to sweeten your favorite treats. And there you have it. The sugar is now ready to sweeten your day. So, that's how sugar is made, from field to table. It's quite a journey, isn't it? Starting off as a humble sugarcane or beetroot plant, it's nurtured in the warm embrace of Mother Earth. When the time is right, it's harvested and transported to a place where the magic happens. Through the extraction process, the sweet nectar hidden within the plant is drawn out, revealing the raw sugar. But the journey doesn't stop there. The raw sugar then undergoes a refining process, where it's cleaned and crystallized. This is the stage where it transforms into the white, granulated sugar we're all familiar with. This little granule of sweetness that we often take for granted has been on quite a journey. It's a process that requires patience, precision, and a whole lot of hard work. Next time you sprinkle some sugar on your morning coffee, remember the sweet journey it's been on. Until next time, keep exploring.